Welcome back. Ryder Cup history was written in 1987. For the first time in what was then the 60-year history of the event, the United States of America were beaten on home soil. The venue for that match was Muirfield Village, the course built by arguably the greatest golfer of all time, Jack Nicklaus. The US Tour visits Jack's course in the Buckeye State of Ohio every spring for one of the leading tournaments of the season. And Jack, together with his fellow citizens of Columbus, always puts on a very special show. The Memorial Tournament, which honours the game's legendary figures. And every year Jack takes his place in the lineup. This time, back from injury, he made it to the weekend, much to the enormous delight of his legion of devotees. Even at the age of 62, Nicklaus can still produce the goods. Great to see Jack back, but no question regarding the identity of the pre-tournament favourite. Tiger was gunning for an unprecedented fourth straight Memorial title. Unusually, things didn't go to plan. But like Jack, he did make it through all 4 rounds. By the way, he's now negotiated 92 consecutive cuts, would you believe? With a field packed with Ryder Cup players, David Duval had the chance to gauge his season's progress. The man from Jacksonville closed with a round of 66 to occupy a tie for 4th. It was the former British Open champion's best finish of the season and remains so. For a while it looked as though Ryder Cup rookie Stuart Sink would add to his 2 US Tour wins with a memorable memorial. However, his challenge faltered on the final day's back 9.
And that flung open the door for 2-time Ryder Cupper Jim Furyk, he of the unconventional swing. Furyk admits he'd been losing some of his touch going into the Memorial. Played on a course that exposes every weakness.
It's okay. I haven't played very well the last couple of months. I came back from an injury a couple months ago. I've had a few events where I've played well and a few events where I've played fairly poorly. So my game's not in that bad a shape, but I haven't been scoring as well as I'd like and haven't finished as well as I like. But I'm going to keep plugging away, hopefully get better.
And as his back 9 progressed, the likeable Furyk's game certainly started to improve. Jim's first Ryder Cup was in 1997 in the rain at Valderrama. And he didn't have the greatest of starts with 2 defeats from 2 matches in the pairs. Tom Lehman in the 4-ball and Lee Jansen in the foursomes. His debut in the singles saw him drawn against arguably the greatest Ryder Cup player of them all, Nick Faldo. But the frailties of the first 2 days were certainly banished on that damp Sunday afternoon in Spain, when Furyk delivered from the most unlikely of places as he took the most cherished scalp of them all, winning 3-2.
I got criticized at our press that, I was lucky that I chipped in, but there weren't many holes that Nick had hit it inside me from 4 through 13. And then coming down the stretch when he got down, he did stiff a couple shots. I hit a good shot for the first chip in right at the stick. It came up about 5 yards short right on the front fringe. I had a relatively easy shot.
But along the way, he did have that little bit of luck.
The bunker shot was a poor shot out to the right. I hit some poor woman on the head. It ricocheted way left of the green of the bunker. I ended up holing the bunker shot. That was definitely a touch of luck, and I hit a good shot, but you can't expect for that to happen. There's no reason a rookie or a first-timer rider can't go up and play well. Can't go out that first time, but it's nice to have one under your belt and have the experience before and know what to expect. And I think I prepared myself a lot better for Brookline than I did at Valderrama, just from an experience factor.
Despite being better prepared 2 years later, he still struggled in the pairs and had to wait for the singles once again to realise his full potential, beating Sergio Garcia 4-3.
In my second one, I definitely paced myself a lot more and was maybe not quite as worn out, or not so, I didn't let it get to me early. know, it's nice to have played one of those events in Europe and one of those events at home in the United States. See the crowd in two different lights. You know, one crowd pulling for the European side, our crowd pulling for the American side. And I kind of cherish both experiences.
And once again, in his second Ryder Cup at Brookline, he managed to defy the odds from off the green. He's making a bit of a name for himself with these kind of shots.
I like golf because it's an individual sport. I have no one to blame at the end of the day but myself when I play poorly. And I enjoy that, the nature of that.
And just when Jim needed to make a move on the back nine at the Memorial, guess what? From that moment, the tournament was Furyk's, a final round 65, the lowest by a winner in the 27-year history of the event, giving him a two-stroke win. Tour victory number 7 for the 32-year-old, and on that wonderful Sunday afternoon at Muirfield Village, he joined a great list of previous winners in winning Jack's tournament.
There's something special about accomplishing something with a team and pulling together as a team, and the friendships and the memories that you have with those other 11 players and your captain and their families is special. And playing in front of basically under the ultimate pressure and showcasing your game under that ultimate pressure is wonderful, but also sharing all those memories with friends and your peers is something special and something we don't get a chance to do too often.
And Ryder Cup number 3 coming up, and I bet you'd fancy Jim in the singles.
Here's a reminder of the 11 statessiders who'll be proudly accompanying Furyk this time around. There's one notable absentee. Payne Stewart could well have been at the Belfry, making it Ryder Cup appearance number 6. But on a fateful day in October 1999, one of the leading lights and most colourful characters in the game was tragically killed in a plane crash. The news shocked the entire golfing world.
Payne, we know you have gone to a better place, to be with your father in heaven, but you will be greatly missed.
I know that I actually considered not playing, but I can just hear, Payne saying, boys, you got to play in the Southern twang.
And throughout his Ryder Cup career, the man from the show-me state of Missouri showed him how to play and enjoyed every single minute of it.
I'm a pretty outspoken person, and I'm a pretty patriotic person, and I'm very enthusiastic.
Payne was the life of the party. He got us all awake in the first morning we were there by playing Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA as loud as he could on his CD deck.
He was a great sportsman, great ambassador for the game. He loved his country, and he loved his tour, and he loved his team and his teammates, but he was always a great sport.
We're going to try this again.
He was a great player. He was a true gentleman on the golf course. He was a true professional at the same time. I mean, he was not trying to play games with you at any stage. Whenever you hit a good shot, he would say that.
I think it's more intense than any golf tournament that I've played in. All of a sudden, you're playing for your country, you're playing for the other 11 guys on the team. You're not just playing for yourself.
He always had a smile on his face and always had something funny to say. Whether he just was kiddingly giving you a hard time or whether he was being the super supportive, positive guy that he was. So, he was awesome.
And in '97, when Payne was well off the qualifying pace for Valderrama, he still travelled to Spain just in case.
I'm glad I came. You're probably wondering why I'm here because I'm so far down the list, but I'm planning on playing well at the British Open and earning some points.
No great finish materialised, but 2 years later, Payne was back.
I haven't been on the last 2 teams, and we haven't won, so I had to get myself on the team because I just think I bring a lot of energy. And even if I'm not out there playing in a match, I'm going to be out there supporting my other teammates.
He was a lot of fun to be around. You didn't get a chance to get down on yourself with Payne Stewart around.
5 Ryder Cups, 3 major championships, and so many golden memories. The spirit of the Ryder Cup has a lot to thank Payne Stewart for. He's a very special member of the elite Ryder Cup Players Club. And there's no doubt he'll be sorely missed at the Belfry.
For me, the Ryder Cup's the ultimate experience in professional golf as an American, even more so than winning a major. It's anytime you get a chance to represent your country and hoist the flag and hoist the cup, it's unbelievable. And the adrenaline that flows that week, more so than any other week of the year.
Countdown to the Ryder Cup is sponsored by Rolex.